So one of my rules is I don't do coffee or drink dates. Now, I understand that some women like this or prefer this because it's a quick turnaround, 30 to 45 minutes. If you don't like him, you can get out of there. It works for some people. If you like it, I love it. This video is not for you. Keep scrolling. However, for me, as for me and my household, we're going to have higher standards. I'm talking to this guy and I'm going to read it to you because we've been talking for a couple days and he started talking about meeting up. So he said, we should get together over some pear and lychee cocktails soon. And I said, that's really sweet, but I prefer dinner. I like to get dressed up. Now, I always try to say it nicely because I don't want to be like, I don't accept drink dates. Like, you don't have to be mean. You don't have to be, you can be nice about it. But I always just say I prefer dinner because I like to get dressed up. And he said, I see. What type of places do you have in mind? So I sent him a list of places that I've been like wanting to try, all sorts of different budgets. Okay. It ranges from like medium to a little bit higher, all different locations around the city. So he can choose like what works for him, you know, timing and budget wise. So I sent the list of places. He says, these places sound really nice. I think it'll be fun to get to know each other over some nicer dining options. Here it comes though. But I wanted to let you know up front that if we were to meet at one of those places, I'm comfortable splitting the check. I usually will do drinks or something on the simpler end for the first meetup to see if there's a connection first. So
I love the way the guy responded and handled that situation. Good for him. Going on a coffee date isn't having low standards. These dating logistics and arrangements feel so weird to me. It's so transactional it sounds like a business negotiation. Are you hungry or do you want to actually get to know this person? You are still calling other people's standards low though. It's personal preference. I would never reserve that much of my time for someone I never met. I don't know what she means by low standard. She is conflicting standards with common sense. Why wouldn't you want to go on a coffee date taking into consideration that you don't know each other yet? Unless you see a first date as an opportunity to get a free meal or to go to places where you cannot afford it on your own, you shouldn't have any problem with the coffee date when meeting someone. But I do understand her position because since she is not the one paying for the dinner, it doesn't matter whether it goes well or not, as she wouldn't be losing anything in the process. But on the flip side, the guy would lose his money, which depending on the place they decided to eat, it could be a considerable amount. I bet if she was the one paying for it, her opinion would be different. But I like his response. He knows her intentions and isn't willing to give anyone a free meal. There's one thing she forgot to mention. She forgot to tell us her standards only apply to guys whom she doesn't see as Chad or Tyrone. We all know the rules of this game. Chad won't be required to buy her anything, and in most cases, they are the ones sending him cash and paying for his meal.
She thought he was another simp, but was surprised when he proved her wrong.
Aren't you going to open the door for me?
Yeah, I was literally just about to.
As you should.
I think I left something on the seat. 1 second. I just gotta move it for you. I don't want you to sit on
Okay.
Exactly as you should react. Don't blame him for taking off. Smart man. If a girl has this attitude, leave as fast as you can. Quiet expectations are classy. Or they get offended because they are independent and want to open it themselves. I wouldn't like to know anymore. I wouldn't mind doing these things for a woman, but the attitude is unnecessary. Most guys wouldn't mind doing that for their woman, but that attitude is unnecessary, and that's why it makes them lose a quality man. No men who respect and value themselves will allow that type of energy next to them, especially when it comes from someone we barely know. Based on the comment section, everyone agrees with his decision as he proved that he is not a simp who will accept everything. You need to run fast anytime you find yourself in a situation where your date has that type of energy. That entitlement won't stop here, so what's the point in taking it further? Give her the opportunity to find someone else, someone who will be able to put up with her behavior. Can you imagine what it's like to live with someone with that level of entitlement?
Even when modern women are broke and can't afford to take care of their primary needs, they won't say it. But instead, they call men broke if he isn't willing to cover their bills. Which is the case of the woman in the next video. She seems to be broke but doesn't want to admit it.
Oh, if we texting on the first day and I'm like, you like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing, about to go get my nails done. Just send it the
Cash
first
up.
time, because now I know you not stingy, you gonna do whatever for me. My nails and my feet together is $350. Period. Yeah. Get my just little stuff. Look, if I'm just meeting you and you know I'm doing this, doing that for myself, I have everything myself, got my own handle the small first, then I might take it easy on you.
Guessing she is still very single. I'd rather buy some more stock and build my wealth. Why isn't this called broke panhandling? If all you think about is money when you see me, I don't need you. Just say you're broke and not independent. Sometimes I want to believe they do these type of videos just for social media, but unfortunately, it's not staged, but we can't blame them for it. Who wouldn't develop that mindset when they have a flood of simps sending them money daily for no reason? There are countless videos of women claiming that many guys send them money every single day just for nothing. They send them money for morning coffee. That's the reason simps are affecting our dating scene negatively, as they are creating those entitled modern women who believe they should get paid just for existing. But they will quickly be sent back to the real world when they meet a confident man who doesn't pay the woman he wants just because she exists. With this type of guy, she will have to prove herself to him, not the other way around. I feel bad for modern women because soon they will realize that simps lied to them. These guys give modern women a false idea of what men are supposed to do.
Strong, independent women need to understand as adults, they are supposed to cover their own bills.
When I hear a man talking about how, you know, he only goes 50-50 with a woman and he don't want to pay for nails and it's too expensive and in this economy, how could I and why should I? I'm thankful when they have girlfriends because that just means you are not on my radar for dating.
You don't hear this conversation from men who have their shit together. You hear this conversation from men with the dangly earrings, wearing Chelsea boots and
I like the
fedoras.
dangly earrings.
Not me, baby. Is a epitome of a sassy man.
When I hear women talk like this, it makes me think they broke. Just say you are only after a man for his money, and let's move on. Y'all just mad because the man isn't spending all his money on you? And what would he get in return? If a woman wants you to pay for her stuff, I know she has nothing going on in her life. Straight liability. If you don't have money, just say it. It's normal if you are going through a hard time and need someone to help you, but at least come correct and with good energy. Don't display this independent energy and talk big when you are looking for someone to help you. Most of us go through it at some point, but modern women try to be smart about it. They always find a way to use shaming strategy to get men to help them, but they still want to be seen as if they got it. It's like a man who can't afford to have his car, but he thinks that if a woman doesn't help him to maintain it, it means that somehow there is something abnormal with her and she shouldn't be talking to him. How does it sound? You are supposed to take care of yourself. Stop pushing your responsibilities to another person. You are an adult, so act like it.
I'm single, and I think I'm the problem. I just think a lot of guys are boring because the last guy I was with was bipolar. How do you top that? Because I'll meet normal guys now, and I'm just like, what do you mean there's only one side of you?
Recognizing you are the problem is half the battle won. Congrats. When you've experienced chaos your whole life, peace can be deafening. At this point, she needs to take a break from dating and seek some sort of support because it's not the right time to be in a relationship with anyone. This is just the result of entertaining Chad. But at least she was honest about it. We don't see it that often.
This is the end of today's video, and I hope you like it. Check the one on the screen, we have selected it for you, and don't forget to subscribe on your way out.